Nachi free.
Who am I to argue with Robert Reich, former Secretary of Labor under President Bill Clinton, an economist? He's even an Oxford Rhodes Scholar too, you know. Yet even I could point out that Robert Reich is wrong on Medicare for All, which he's endorsing on behalf of Bernie Sanders, of course.
Bite your tongue, you insolent fool. How dare you remonstrate a fellow alumni?
Lefty, let me handle this.
I shan't.
Why? Because you went to school with him?
He was one of my best pupils, along with William.
Well, la-di-da, bro.
I'm not your sibling.
Whatever, man. I may not be a fancy Oxford Rhodes Scholar like you two, but I still have every right to protest on issues that doth affect me.
Damn, you have no right to quote Shakespeare. This man is a charlatan. Good day.
Now the hell with him.
I heard that.
By the way, I'd like to dedicate this video to a couple of people who commented on my last one. Number 19, why don't Bernie Sanders supporters see socialism never works? Let me begin by saying to those viewers, thanks for watching. And I love that two of them carried on a conversation amongst themselves below their own comments. And that's what I really want to encourage. You know, an open, constructive dialogue, not a petty, pretentious, contentious debate. I especially like the first comment from Will Jew. By the way, I hope I'm not mispronouncing that. I'm very pro-Israel, all right? Don't let the little pentagram fool you. Anyway, Will Jew writes,
comparing Sanders to Castro, give you a break. Castro's a dictator. You need to see things from America and the state of the American economy. I know it's personal to you, but you need to ignore Cuba. It's irrelevant, and you're letting fear rule, man.
And then he leaves 2 video links to Robert Reich's videos. Now, for the sake of time, I'm going to just focus on the first one regarding healthcare. I was amazed at how Robert Reich just glosses over the financial burden and fiscal cliff that is Medicare.
Is running out of money and needs to be pared back. Wrong.
It's just wrong. That's it. That's all you need to know. Forget about the fact that Medicare is one of the biggest drivers of our national debt. Forget about the fraud, waste, and abuse that goes on within that Byzantine bureaucratic labyrinth to the tune of about $86 trillion in unfunded liabilities. But somehow, some way, we're going to be saving money in the long run. Because if there's one thing government is known for, it's for saving money. And as for the actual reasons behind the rising cost of healthcare, either Robert Reich or Rishi Robert has another video, or he simply ignores one of them in this one. Because the factors that create the extortion level of price increases is not only due to the distorted price fixing and insane levels of overbilling, but because we as healthcare consumers don't ever have to deal with those prices because they're hidden from us. All we see are our monthly bills from our health insurance, and many of us don't even see that since we take it for granted if it's covered by our jobs. And I'll be honest, I completely forgot that mine totals to about $430 a month. And now thanks to the Affordable Care Act, I have no choice but to pay for it. Can't shop around much and can't come up with my own combination of like catastrophic insurance coupled with a personal health savings account. Nope, can't do that now because it'd be illegal. Look, here are some solutions that wouldn't cost any money and would make healthcare much more affordable without further bankrupting our nation. Solution number 1. If we're going to force large companies to provide health insurance for employees, allow those companies to shop around for insurance policies between states. In other words, increase the competition among insurance companies, especially if you really want to stick it to them. And thanks to Obamacare, insurance companies don't even have to compete that much anymore since they're guaranteed a pool of customers, i.e. the entire American public, which has to purchase their services by law. But laws can be changed. Solution number 2, tort reform, which of course is not very popular with lawyers like Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton. But there needs to be a limit to just how much doctors and hospitals can be sued, because those malpractice suits are ultimately passed on to the consumer, i.e. we the people. Solution number 3, stop allowing insurance companies to collude with hospitals and pharmaceutical companies to set and fix prices based on artificial bargaining power rather than the actual production costs. Let the market, again, we the people, decide those costs through comparison shopping. Solution number 4, we need to increase competition among doctors and hospitals and the products and services they provide. Stop stifling competition through hospital zoning districts and certificate of need laws that require government permission before healthcare providers can open or expand a practice or invest in certain devices or technology. Competition is always inconvenient, but it will also be the only thing that drives down healthcare costs and increase healthcare products and services much more effectively and efficiently than government oversight. Until people finally stop moralizing this issue and start understanding that healthcare boils down to products and services that are susceptible to basic economic forces and realities, will we ever finally solve this problem? And I also want to address this other comment from Don Hooligan.
You probably have an insanely prejudiced ego, but here's the skinny. Teddy Roosevelt, FDR, Eisenhower, JFK, and even Nixon were every bit as socialist as Bernie Sanders, and they have proven that the USA flourishes, all caps. Under democratic socialism, you probably confuse socialism with dictatorship. More economists endorse Bernie's fiscal plans than any candidate ever, all caps.
Really? Which economists? Name me one, because the last I checked, anyone who's even stumbled upon Bernie Sanders' plans has realized he was almost making up figures, like early on in the debates when he said he could save the United States $324 billion in purchasing prescription drugs when the government only spends about $305 billion. He's going to save even more than the entire cost. And I'm not even going to get into his $19 trillion price tag for all his other plans. I'll let you read that for yourself. And as far as confusing socialism with dictatorships, no, I'm not confusing the two. You can only have a socialist economy with a totalitarian government. Because socialism, by its actual definition, is an economic system where the means of production are owned by the state. And those states have historically been murderous, absolutist regimes that aren't very big on sharing, let alone allowing anyone to express themselves freely. Now, as far as comparing Bernie to Castro, I'm not comparing them. I can see Bernie isn't the unconscionably selfish, murderous, sociopathic swine that Fidel Castro's always been. Yet Bernie still admires Castro and even praises him as a model to follow. And that's not a comparison. That's just a sad testament to Bernie's judgment. By the way, Will Jew and Dan Hooligan, I truly appreciate your comments. But if you still think I'm full of shit, feel free to correct me down below. And thanks for watching.
Homegrown